Hey guys, welcome to week 27, ConnectsU launch. This week we're going to be discussing how to not fall for fake phishing scams on the internet. So I'm sure you've had some background in what's fake and what's real, but we're going to go over that in a little more detail. So first of all, what is phishing? Phishing is when someone tries to trick you into sharing personal information online. It's usually done through email, ads, or sites that look similar to sites you already use. And it can put viruses on your computer that use your contact list to target your friends and family with more phishing emails. The good thing is, if you feel like it's a scam, it probably is. So just trust your head and just don't click on things that you know feel a little weird. Just get out of it. Tell a parent or somebody what's going on, but make sure you don't ever click download or call those numbers. Some scams try to trick you into downloading malware or other software by telling you that there's something wrong with your device. But it's important to remember that a website or an ad cannot tell if there's anything wrong with your device. So that's probably the most common scam I see on the internet, is things coming up like an iOS alert telling me that iTunes needs this, to please call this number to fix it. Just click OK, get out of that browser, and open up a new window. A term for whenever a scammer sends you a message that includes personal information, that's called spear phishing. So that's when it becomes a little more personal to you. Maybe they know your cell phone number because they got it off of a site that you were on. Sometimes it could even include your name. So these are sample texts that you might see occasionally come up. They might actually say, are you single? Check out my profile. Don't click on the link. It's fake. Anything that's telling you you've been entered and won a gift card, you didn't, okay? Just don't click on them, especially if it's a number that you don't know. Telling you things about your PayPal accounts or banking information, things like that. No banking is ever going to be done like this. They don't ask for your personal information through email or text, so don't click on those links. How do you tell if a message or a site is real? So some important things to look at. Does it include the indicators of a trustworthy site, such as badges? Now, when we talk about badges, we mean these kind of things. This is what's letting us know these are secure sites. They are manned by a security team, and there's actually people monitoring the activity. So that's a badge that you want to look for. If you don't see any of these at all, it's likely not a real site, so stay away. Does the site's URL match the name and title you're looking for? Sometimes there's things that go around that look really, really similar, such as this one. The top one is www.paypal.co.uk, whereas the real one down below is that https paypal.com. So that's the real one, and we'll talk again why that is the real one. But paying attention and making sure, because they do look pretty similar. Are there any pop-ups? We all hate pop-ups. If there's a site with a lot of pop-ups, it's typically not a very good site or a trustworthy site. So that's often bad news, and just get out of the site. It's probably just a scam. Does the URL start with https / preceded by a green padlock? What we're talking about is this. Basically, if you see this S here stands for secure. All this means is that this site is encrypted and secure, that you're good to go on there and get that information. Is the message offering you something for free? Nothing's for free, especially on the internet, so you're going to have to look elsewhere or just X out of that link. And lastly, is the message asking you for personal information? Real businesses will not ask for personal information over email or text or anything like that. So if it's asking you for your phone number, social security number, things like that, it's a scam. X out and tell an adult. How to spot scammers. This picture up here is one of the biggest ones, I think, on Instagram. People that you have no idea who they are following you. You can pretty much tell what's a fake account. Don't let them follow you, and don't follow them back. That's just one way to be inviting scammers to get information about you. Is their profile picture suspicious? Is it blurry, hard to see, possibly stolen photo of someone else? Are they really, really ridiculously good looking? If you don't understand that, you probably haven't seen Zoolander, and I recommend it. Does their displayed name match their given name? For example, if their name was Jane Doe, would they have a Facebook address of facebook.com/Jane Doe? If those two don't match up, it's typically not a real profile. Do they have a personal biography? And if they do, does it sound like it was actually written by a real person? And lastly, how long has the account been active? You want to make sure that people, if they've just created a profile or they have almost no activity on there, if they have a Facebook wall or Instagram feed with like no pictures or no activity or no posts, that's often a fake account and you want to stay away from those. Lastly, I just want to discuss catfishing. That kind of leads us into people that try to get your information and then try to get money from you, try to pretend they're dating you, and you have no idea who's on the other end of this computer. So it's a different world on the internet. You have to be careful of what you put out there. So this is just a real short video on that.
Scamming people who are looking for love online is certainly in the news. And there's a term for it, and that term, it's what's trending.
What's known as a catfish.
It's called Catfish, that show Catfish.
Since the Manti Te'o story has captured the attention of the world, fake Facebook girlfriend and everything, we thought we would take you back to the origin of the term that has come to be synonymous with the act of pretending to be someone you're not on social media. It was first coined by this man, Nev Schulman, in his 2010 documentary called Catfish.
A couple years ago, I fell in love online. Turns out my crush wasn't who I thought she was. I thought I fell in love with Megan, but Megan was really Angela. I was heartbroken.
The film captured his own relationship with a woman named Megan, who turned out to be not exactly who she claimed. Unsettling and jaw-dropping, that's how critics describe the documentary.
They are complete psychopaths. They're complete psychopaths. I've probably been chatting with a guy the whole time.
But why is catfishing called catfishing? It all comes down to this one scene about the woman who perpetrated the hoax. Here's how her husband describes her.
There are those people who are catfish in life, and they keep you on your toes. They keep you guessing, they keep you thinking, they keep you fresh. I thank God for the catfish because we'd be droll, boring, and dull if we didn't have somebody nipping at our fin.
That's pretty poignant, right? Well, now MTV has a TV show based on the movie, based on the epidemic of catfishing.
Makes me wonder, who have I been talking to?
Who knows what more we'll learn about Manti Te'o, but what we do know, the term catfish is here to stay.
All right, so I think the latest stat is 1 out of 4 relationships starts online. And while there are sites that's really good, you do want to make sure that you're being safe on the internet and actually knowing who you're talking to, okay? Reflection question for this week. I just want you to tell me what is one way that you can spot scammers on social media. So a few slides ago, we discussed that. Just make sure you go in and tell me one of the ways that you can spot a scammer. All right, have a good week.